streak made by
I would love to keep playing, but I can't. You know, physically, it's too tough.
Now to big news in the tennis world. Novak Djokovic has appointed Andy Murray to coach him into and through the Australian Open.
A legendary rivalry
Djokovic and Murray? No, did not see that coming.
turned powerhouse partnership.
What did you think when you heard the news?
What did I think? Shit.
And when he's not been coaching, the former world #1's been busy running through the streets of Melbourne chased by 2 Uber Eats delivery drivers. Yeah, you heard that right.
Andy Murray, you look like you've been in the wars.
Yeah, I've been getting chased around the streets of Melbourne, yeah.
It's such a wonderful campaign. Was it something that you had always dreamed to be, an action star?
I loved James Bond growing up. Yeah, I mean, my acting skills are very, very average. But it was good fun. I'd never done anything like this before, so...
I disagree. I don't think your acting skills are average.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, James Bond are looking for a new... Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the start of something new.
Well, you have to do your audition right now.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
I think you got it. You just wait for those phone calls to roll on in.
I just want this to be over. It can be, if you just get in the bag.
Well, you are back in Melbourne, but for the first time in the long time that I can remember, you're not here playing, you're here coaching.
Yeah.
What did that feel like for you?
It's very different. Yeah, it's been kind of a lot more demanding than I expected, and there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes that when I was a player I didn't really probably appreciate. You know, the team do a lot more work than what you see.
Do you like that?
Yeah, well, I wish I'd known that when I was playing.
Yeah.
Then maybe I would have been a bit easier to work with.
Childhood friends and rivals.
Will it be Murray or will Djokovic reign supreme? What a point! Two of the finest athletes in our sport.
You're not just part of any team, you're part of Novak Djokovic's team. So when he gives you that phone call, like, what is he saying to you?
He asked me if I would come and help him, and yeah, I was obviously shocked by that. I was not expecting it at all. And then, yeah, I told him I had to speak to my wife and see how she felt about me travelling, and surprisingly she was very supportive of it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't know if she was just wanting to sort of get me out of the house. We'll find out in a few weeks if it's been successful or not.
I mean, you know, he's one of the greatest that we've ever seen. So what are you coaching him on? Like, what is it that he needs help with?
Sort of the latter stage of your career. I mean, after everything he's achieved, I mean, he's obviously looking for a bit of motivation. And then, you know, one of my strengths as a player was strategy.
Does he take feedback well?
I don't think you can be as great as he's become if you're not willing to listen and are not open-minded to different suggestions. It's not that everything I say that he agrees with or takes on board, but the communication and the openness has been brilliant so far.
Do you think Novak Djokovic is going to win the Australian Open?
I think he's got a very good chance, yeah. I mean, a lot can happen, but yeah, he's in a good place, so we'll see.
You retired with, I think, one of the best lines that I've seen in tennis. When did you hate it? Like, was there a moment that you really, truly did hate the game?
I mean, I think going through, like, all of the injuries and when you're in a lot of pain, I wouldn't say I ever hated it, but there were times where it was less enjoyable for sure. I was worried about stopping. I didn't know if I was going to be struggling to find things to do and not having like a routine in my life, but I've been really happy. I've not missed it at all.
One of the things that I personally love about the game is the personality that you do see when it's on the court. Some people don't like that. I love it, and I loved every time that I watched you. And a lot of times you were very grumpy.
How can you see that ball from there being in? How is it possible?
Did it feel in those moments that you were having a hard time with it, or you were like, just that frustration, letting it show?
I mean, everyone obviously gets emotional at times, and you don't always realise like how you're behaving. When you take a step back and see it, like when you're not in the moment, you're like, oh my God, like I can't believe that was me and I was like that, and obviously many times regret like how I was on the court, and yeah, didn't always show sort of the best parts of myself, but I'm really not grumpy.
Yeah.
But I know it. Obviously, it appeared that way when I was playing.
You can't be grumpy if you're going to be James Bond.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe be brooding.
I can do brooding.
You can?
I can do that.
Okay, but let's finish with the brooding look. You go brooding, and I'll try my best to be brooding at you. I'll receive the brooding shot. Here we go. You serving brooding, and I'll receive it. Good. Good. I think solid. James Bond, also known as Andy Murray, it's been a delight to talk to you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.